You might have heard that live shopping is exploding. And I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop, prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No, you can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's ZENNI.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. Come on in. Let's do this thing. Last weekend of summer. Can you believe that? It has flown by, and from where I podcast from, the world's most famous beach, Daytona Beach, Florida, we have a tropical storm on the way. It's about time, Mother Nature. You've taken all summer to get here, but like clockwork, right around Labor Day, here they come. Don't worry, we'll hunker down, I promise. All right, today we're talking about goals. You do set goals, right? Goals are the heartbeat of your life. They really do drive you forward. They're automatic within you, so as soon as you kind of focus your attention on them, they really do work. But what does that have to do with donuts? Well, frankly, everything has to do with donuts, but we'll talk. It's true, you know it. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. It's me. It's your nearly famous motivational disc jockey dude. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I started in radio when I was 18. It's kind of fun to talk like that. Here to deliver you some boost juice. Yep, something to... Okay, come in here. Here's the goal today. I want you to smile a little bit, have some fun, relax, go along for the ride, learn a few things, and when you're done, in about 9 minutes, to have you upbeat, feeling positive like anything is possible, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I have that. That's a superpower that I have. Somebody told me over the weekend I had a superpower. Like, what? Really? I got a superpower? So that's what I'm going to do. You know, I think what happened was I was at the podcast movement convention, and we all ask each other, well, do you have a podcast? Of course I do. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? And I was handing out my cards about my Daily Boost podcast that all of them had heard of. Yeah, right. But the funny thing was the next morning, it was weird. I'm standing in line to get coffee, and these people are listening to me. I had like 10 of them throughout the course of the week. Listen, it's weird. It's like, you guys don't stand in line to get coffee with me, so I never see you do it. But it was weird when they're right around me, and they all thought it was awesome. And it is. So, let's get into goal setting a little bit today. So before you run off and hide, I always find kind of two types of goal setters. Well, three, I guess, the ones that run and hide when we start talking about goals. They're gone already. Don't worry about that. The second kind is probably the ones who have goals, but they never write them down. They're not real specific, and they don't write them down really. And then you have the other ones who have 1,000 goals, and you write them all down, and you know, some of them happen. It does. When you write a list of goals, if you give it enough time, it's going to happen because, as we say on yesterday, have you done your homework? When we ask you how your life is going, like, what are your goals? They are automatically kind of fused into your mind and your consciousness, and you're going to go after them even if you don't know you're doing it. It's kind of like the law of attraction. So I don't know which one you are, whether you set them, have too many of them, have thought about setting them, never going to set them again. I don't know, but we're going to find out today because goals are like donuts. And if you like donuts, you should like goals. I think we might have a commercial here. Goals, how could they be like donuts? All right, let's relate this to pilots and airplanes because I like to fly airplanes. Being a pilot myself, instant rated. How do you know a pilot's a pilot? Don't worry, he'll tell you. Airplanes fly crooked. One of my favorite stories here, and it's fantastic. Heading to their destination, the winds blow them off course. Have you ever seen that? If you go online on YouTube, you can see all these wind correction airplane landing videos where they're all flying crooked as they land the runway. It's kind of scary sometimes. Having done that many, many times, it is kind of scary. But, the truth is, when I learned to do that about wind correction and kind of turning into the wind to make sure I got to my destination, because that's what happens. If you don't turn into the wind, you're going to get blown away. I realized it was like goals. Same thing happens when you set a goal. You would prefer a straight path, right? I hear it all the time, Scott. I set my goal, but I keep getting knocked off. There's detours all over the place. What's going on? Life. The winds of life are blowing. You'd prefer a straight path, but it's hard to get there. It makes it even more difficult when you don't actually know you're being blown off course until you're already off course and say, what happened, right? You're going to run into winds. It's going to happen no matter what you do. We say life begins when you move. That was the first slogan I used when I started. Actually, the second slogan. I'll talk about the first tomorrow. It was the second slogan I used. Life begins when you move. Take action, right? The third slogan I came up with was life gets in the way. That's what happens when you set a goal. The goals will automatically propel you in the direction you want to go, but then you're going to get blown off course and you have to deal with, i.e. wind correction. What kind of winds of life? Well, last couple of years, it could be COVID. Could be COVID again. It's kind of coming around again. I just had it a month ago. Your spouse disagrees with your plans. What are you doing, honey? You can't do that. You got bills to pay, man. Your boss demands more hours. Maybe they're saying, hey, you can't work remote anymore. Come to the office. But when I was at home, I had time to work on my goals. Now I have to drive to the office. How can I work on my stuff? Good point. Your kids, your friends, responsibilities. Oh, we got those responsibilities of life, don't we? The very minute you decide you want to go in a direction, assuming you have set a goal, you have, right? The very minute you decide to do it, you're going to get blown off course. That's life. And that's kind of the dirty, ugly underbelly of life. Some of us don't want to talk about. I'm okay to talk about it because when I pull my head out of the sand and look at it and realize that, as much as I want to see unicorn and rainbows and I see the positivity in life and I know and I believe that I and you and everybody else on this planet can create whatever they want to create as long as they believe in it enough, as long as they know their why and most importantly, know where the heck they're going. Those winds are going to try to blow you off course. Could be jealousy. Be all kinds of things. So what the heck do goals have to do with donuts? All right, let's get to that flying thing back here again. So I want you to think like a pilot. Is that okay? You're a pilot right now. You jumped in a little itty-bitty airplane. I'm not going to fly in a little... Listen, little airplanes fly just like big airplanes. Get in the airplane. Don't worry about it. But just pretend right now. So you're a pilot and you're sitting in the cockpit of an airplane. And you're going to fly to some distant city. Doesn't really matter where, as long as there is a Krispy Kreme donut store. Now, I can tell you that a lot of pilots do that. Actually, they won't talk about the donuts too much, but they do call it the $100 hamburger. So let's maybe let you believe in a hamburger too if you're not a donut person. You jump in the airplane, you got $100 in your pocket, you're going to fly to another city, and you're either going to look for the hot donut sign at Krispy Kreme, or maybe the juicy, savory burger sign at another place, whatever you want to do, okay? I go for the donuts. You see, when you fly an airplane for a couple hours and you finally get someplace, you don't want to just get back in the plane and go back home. So you want to maybe jump in a crew car, run out and get some lunch someplace. And man, I tell you, if that hot donut sign is on at Krispy Kreme, I know I have reached my final destination. Doesn't matter if the winds blew me off course. I got there. So when you set a goal that's really tasty, it's a place you want to go and you just taste it. Man, you're just like, I want it so bad I can taste it. What's it taste like? I don't like donuts, but maybe a hamburger. Could taste like a pepperoni pizza. I don't really know what it is. But when you have a goal so strong within you that you can taste your success, is there any possible way in the world that you would not allow yourself to go get that thing you love so much? No matter what gets in the way. And life is going to get in the way. It's going to happen. Hey, a lot of folks have been grabbing my Perfect Week Planner. I'm going to update that here in about, pretty quick, but go get the original right now while you can, because it may be included in another package very soon. I might take it down. Just go to perfectweekplanner.com and get it. And some of you guys have slowed up joining Daily Boost Premium. I don't know why I do this wonderful thing for you, give you this show commercial free and coaching on top of it. Go to dailyboostpremium.com and get it. So what's coming up this week? Tomorrow, a cute little story about momentum and why you get it and how you get it and how you basically achieve it. Because this is something a lot of folks are afraid of. They're like, well, how do I push myself forward? I'll talk about that tomorrow. Asking permission, it's silly. That's Thursday's show. And Friday, how to disappear yourself from yourself and everybody else. You can't imagine how easy it is to do and how successful you'll be because of it. I'll see you tomorrow.